And this way it's objective. It helps you to choose the best assessment tool by scoring or ranking options against factors that matter the most in your context. So the first thing you do is to list your assessment options. What can you do as a teacher? What is available to you? In Sub-Saharan Africa, we really don't have many of those fancy technology. Sometimes we have very large classes, and then you're thinking, what do I do? How do I go about it? So have a list of the options that you have, and then you pen it down somewhere. And then you also have a list of the key criteria that you can consider common criteria to check. The learner engagement, the time required to prepare, the marks, alignment with learning objectives, suitability for the learner's language level, and then feedback opportunities. These feedback opportunities is very important for language learning because the feedback is very important. Honestly, students need to know if they are doing well. It has to be such that it is actionable. It's timely. The feedback should not lag too much, So these things are very important, for your students. And then you also have to grade each tool 1 to 5, just to show how it meets the criterion. And then you total the score, and then whatever has the highest score is likely going to be the tools you're going to use to assess your students. Now, here's an example. Here's an example of the table or the decision-making metrics that I have. So vertically, you have the tools. Horizontally, you've got the criteria. So you try and see how you can match these. Now, this is not exclusive because you can also add more depending on your context. So for my context, I can actually do these 4 that I've listed, but I have to create more time now because the group project, oral presentation and portfolio is time consuming. So it's not really as time friendly as the quiz. So for me, as a teacher or as an educator, I have to find a way to balance all and help my students to just to make sure that they get the information that they need. And you can use many tools, for grading your students. You can use peer, mentor, or student leaders to help informative assessments, just to ensure that you've driven home the point or the lesson is taken. So oral presentations would help your learners to get feedback almost immediately and from other peers. So these things are very important. And I would encourage you to have a decision metrics to help organize your assessments and, of course, the objective of your lesson. All right. So how does the knowledge of submodalities enhance assessment styles in language learning?